Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wal barakatuh. I am Muhammad Vincent John J. Benaobra, and for today I will be doing my teaching demonstration for Mathematics Grade 5 with the lesson title of Subtraction of Dissimilar Fractions and Mixed Numbers. So in for today's lessons, we have four objectives, and at the end of the 45-minute period, the student should be able to: number one, identify the difference of solving dissimilar fractions and mixed numbers; number two, find the difference of it; number three, appreciate the importance of fractions; and number four, perform the right procedure in solving dissimilar fractions and mixed numbers. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wal barakatuh, class. Before we start our session for today, may I request everybody to please stand up for our daily prayer. Okay, who wants to lead the prayer? Yes, Jamael. Okay, let's start the prayer, class, okay? Okay, thank you very much. Good morning, class. It's nice to see you too. Before you take your seats, I want you to please check and the under of your chairs if there is a scratcher paper or a piece of plastic cellophane, and if there is, please pakitapon sa ating basurahan para malinis ang ating silid-aralan. Okay, thank you. So if you are finished, you may now take your seats, class. And I will now going to check your attendance, and if your name is called or if your family name is called, please say present, okay? Very good. Okay, so I have here a set of flashcards, class, and I want you to identify or just make a guess if the numbers or the expressions written on it are either mixed numbers or dissimilar fractions, okay? Okay, let's begin. Okay, very good, class. So let's proceed to our next part of our lesson for today, okay? So our lesson for today, class, is about subtraction of dissimilar fractions and mixed numbers. So what is dissimilar fractions? Yes, Clyde. Okay, very good. Dissimilar fractions are commonly referred to as unlike fractions or fractions that have different denominators. So yung dissimilar fractions nito, most commonly kilala siya ng tao bilang or tinatawag siya bilang unlike fractions. So ito yung fractions na ba't siya tinawag na dissimilar fractions or unlike fractions? This is because this has different denominators. So yung dissimilar fractions, meron siyang different denominators at tinatawag siyang commonly called ng mga tao bilang unlike fractions. So, here's our example for dissimilar fractions. So, 1/2 and 1/4 are unlike fractions. So, why it is unlike fractions? Anyone? Very good. So it is unlike fractions because they have different denominators. The denominators are 2 and 4, which are not the same, okay? So we have here an example, a photo which indicates, which has an arrow placed on the denominator that says they have different denominators, thus they are unlike fractions. So class, unlike fractions or dissimilar fractions are simply fractions with different denominators. Ganun lang ang dissimilar fractions. Fractions na may iba't ibang denominators. Okay? So ang tanong, paano ba, sir, mag-solve ng dissimilar fractions? How to subtract dissimilar fractions? So we have here 3 steps if how to subtract dissimilar fractions or unlike fractions. So first, we have to change dissimilar fractions into similar fractions. Dapat gawin natin ang dissimilar fractions into similar fractions by what way? So we have to find the least common denominator. Magiging similar fractions lang ang unlike fractions kapag nahanap natin ang least common denominator niya. So second, add them like similar fractions. Kapag nahanap na natin ang similar fractions, i-add na natin kagaya ng pag-add sa similar fractions. So number 3, add then finally convert the answer in the lowest term. If the answer is convertible into lowest term, then convert it. If not, wag, kasi hindi mo yan makakonvert. So we have an example. So solve for 4/5 minus 3/4. So solution, 4/5 minus 3/4, we have to find the common multiple of 5 and 4. Okay, so we all know that the common multiple of 5 and 4 is 20. So 20 is our least common denominator class. So put the LCD, which is 20, as our denominator. Ilalagay natin ang 20 sa baba as our LCD. So ang mangyayari, meron tayong LCD, wala tayong ang mangyayari, meron tayong denominator which is 20 pero wala tayong numerator. So what we have to do is to find the equivalent fractions of 4/5 and 3/4 with 20 as denominator. So paano ba magkuha ng equivalent fractions? So for this equation class, ang ginawa lang dito is they cross multiply the denominator with numerator. So they cross multiply 4 times the numerator, the denominator 4 with the numerator 4. So 4 times 4, we have here the 16, and 5, the denominator 5 times the numerator 3, which gives us 15. So yun. So ang equivalent fractions of 4/5 and 3/4 with 20 as denominator is 16 over 20 and the 15th over 20. So the last step is to subtract it like how we subtract the similar fraction. So 16th over 20 minus 15th over 20. Let's just subtract the 16 and the 15. So that gives us 1. Okay, ito na lang. So if we have to subtract 16 over 20, it will gives us 1. So the denominator will remain. So 1 over 20 is our final answer since this cannot be reduced into lowest term. So okay, so we have here another set of example. So example 2, 7/4 minus 5 over 12. So first, what we are going to do is to solve for the least common denominator. The least common denominator is 12. So the next thing we have to do is multiply the denominator and the numerator so that the denominator is the smallest common multiple. So 7/4 times 3 over 3. So, why 3 over 3? Because 4 times 3 equals 12. So, magiging equal na ang ating denominator. So, as we can see here, 7 times 3 over 4 times 3 minus 5 over 12. So, which gives us 21 over 12 minus 5 over 12. So, we have to organize the expressions. Since the denominator is the same as 12, combine the fractions into 1. So, we have here the 21 minus 5 over 12. So, subtract 21 from 5. So, that which gives us 16 over 12. And reduce the fractions to the lowest term. So, again, if the given if yung kakalabasan, if ang answer natin is pwede siya ma-reduce into lowest term, so please reduce it. If not, then wag na lang kasi hindi naman siya. So 16, it is if it is reduced into its lowest form, this is 4/3. Okay, that is. So this is the most preferable way to solve our given quiz class. Okay. So class, nakuha na ba natin kung paano mag-solve ng dissimilar fractions or unlike fractions? Okay, very good. So class, I want you to take note na this method is what you should use to solve the given quiz para mamaya, okay? Okay, very good. So, if you don't have any questions, let's proceed to mixed numbers. Okay, so what is mixed numbers? Anyone? Okay, Jenny. Okay, very good. A mixed number is a number that contains whole number and fractions. So, yung nilalaman ng mixed numbers is a whole number tsaka fractions. So, ano ba yung whole number? Ang whole number is either 1, 2, and 3, and so on and so forth. Yung fraction is either 1/2, 3/4. So, those are the examples of fractions, diba? So, it is said that it is written as, in mixed numbers, it is written as the whole number at the left and the proper fractions at the right. So, sa mixed number, nakasulat sa left side ang ating whole number, sa right side naman ang ating mixed number. So, I want you to look at our given sample here sa photo na binigay ko. So, we have the mixed number. So, we have the whole number written on the left side plus or minus the numerator and the denominator, which is our proper fractions, written on the right side rather. So, mixed numbers consisting of a proper fraction and a whole number. So, we have here some example of mixed numbers. So, 1 and 1/2. 1 is the whole number, so 1/2 is our proper fractions. Another example is 1, 3, and 3/4. 1 is the whole number, 3/4 is the proper fractions. So all are mixed numbers. So let's proceed, guys. So this is how we subtract or solve for mixed numbers. So we have an example of 5/3/4 minus 2/1/8. So, first step is we have to expand the expressions. So, paano ba mag-expand, sir, ng expression? So, gagawin lang natin is 5/3/4 minus 2/1/8. Ang gagawin natin is i-expand natin. So, magiging 5 plus 3/4 minus close and open parenthesis 2 minus 1/8. So, ilalagay natin sa parenthesis ang 2/1/8. So, next steps is distribute the negative signs. So, ang mangyayari, aalisin lang natin ang close and open parenthesis at ang mangyayari, 5 plus 3/4 minus 2 minus 1/8. So, subtract or combine 5 and 2, which gives us 3. So, 5 minus 2 equals to 3. So, ang matitira na lang is ito. 3 plus 3/4 minus 2 minus 1/8. So, next steps is we need to change the denominator 4 in 3/4 into an 8. So, kailangan nating i-change ang ating denominator 4 into 8. Kailangan natin siyang gawing 8, diba? So, multiply 3/4 by 2/2 because 4 times 2 is 8. So, kailangan pareho ang ating denominator. So, yun. Ang gagawin natin is, i-multiply natin ang 3/4, ganito, 3/4 times 2, which gives us 6/8. So, yun. Which gives us 3 plus 6/8 minus 1 and 8. So, ang gagawin na naman natin is subtract na naman natin ang 2 fractions, which is ito, ang 6/8 at ang 1/8. So, kung isusubtract natin ang dalawang fractions na ito, ang magiging difference niya is 5/8, diba? So, ang ating final answer is 3/5/8. Ito ang ating final answer for this problem. Okay? So, naintindihan ba, class? Okay, very good. So, kung naintindihan na natin, let's proceed to another part of our session for today, which is our enrichment activity. So, Guys, get a one half sheet of paper and I will give you just 2 minutes to answer this enrichment activity of ours, okay? So we have only two problem for you to solve. Okay. Okay, so that's it. Your time is natapos ng inyong time, guys. So pass your paper sa unahan and I will check it later, okay? So let's proceed to another part of our session for today, which is the generalization. So is there any questions, class? None so far. Very good. So is it clear now? Of course, yes, it is. So who wants to summarize our lesson for today? Yes, Shireen. Okay, very good. Okay, very good. So I am delightful that you guys nakuha nyo talaga kung ano yung tinuro ko ngayon, di ba? So, if wala na kayong questions, if naintindihan nyo na lahat-lahat, I will give you in an evaluation test, okay? To evaluate kung naintindihan nyo na ba talaga ang aking tinuro ngayon. So, I have here another 5 sets of problem and I want you to get your activity notebook. Doon nyo to gawin and I will give you 10 minutes per this class. So, most probably 2 minutes for each problem, okay? So, 10 minutes. Okay, very good, class. Time's off. For your assignment, I want you, class, to read um, earlier our lesson for the next meeting. Gusto ko kayo magkaroon ng advanced reading para sa lesson natin next meeting, okay? So, pagka next meeting, hindi na tayo mahirapan. Okay, that's all, class. That's all for today. This is your teacher, Jan, saying thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Hope you learned something. And see you next lesson. Okay? Bye!